Hi students, Seema. So we have started with the profits and gains of business and profession. So once you see the points here, the following points are to be considered while computing the income under this head. Nothing but while calculating the income from business or its profits from business, profits and gains of business or profession, we have to consider these points. So once you see the first point, business is carried on by SSC. So the business which is carried on by SSC, okay, he will be liable to pay the tax. Who will be liable to pay the tax? Who is carrying on the business and who is the owner of the business? That person, he has to pay the tax. Once you see here, the owner of business is liable to pay tax if his income exceeds the exempted limit, okay, and whether the SSC is doing the business for himself or through employees is not to be considered. So here, who will be liable to pay tax? The owner itself, he will be liable to pay tax if he exceeds his income, okay. Exempted limit will be there. Exempted limit already I have said in unit 1. So in case of a resident, in case of non-resident, non-senior citizen, senior citizen, super senior citizen, we have 3. So in case of non-senior citizen, 2,50,000. In case of senior citizen, 3 lakhs. In case of super senior, 5 lakhs. Yes or no? So it's a basic exemption limit. If suppose exceeding, then the owner will be liable to pay the tax, okay. This right to carry on business may exercised by the SSCs personally or through his agent or employees. Either he may run his business personally or through employees or through agents. But who will be liable here? The owner itself, he will be liable to pay the tax. If suppose the owner of a business is a minor, then guardian is liable to pay the tax. If suppose for that business, the minor itself is a owner, in that case, who will be liable to pay the tax? The guardian is liable to pay the tax. Next, see here, business or profession should be carried on during the previous year. Nothing but in previous year, the which is business is going throughout the previous year, they have to, nothing but in the previous year. What is the previous year for us here? 2019 and 20. In that 19 and 20 year, the business should be carried out, okay. Next, అంటే ఆ ఇయర్లో మాత్రం ఆ ఇయర్లో బిజినెస్ నడిపిన దానికి మనం ఇక్కడ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తామమ్మా ఇన్కమ్. నెక్స్ట్, legality of the business is not to be considered. See here, Income Tax Act does not make any distinction between legal and illegal business. The income from illegal business is to be computed in the same manner as income from the legal business is computed. That is, all the expenses incurred to own illegal income will be allowed as deduction. However, if loss is there from an illegal business, the same cannot be set off against the profit of legal business. So here, in case of business here, legal or illegal, any kind of business, so same calculations will be there. Here we don't have any deductions in case of here we don't have any deductions. So same manner we will be having in case of tax purpose. Next, aggregation of business income. So aggregation of business incomes, you see here, if the SSC is carrying on many types of business, first profit or loss from each business is computed and then profits are aggregated. Means if suppose SSC is having a number of business, in that case first each business profit we have to calculate separately, then we have to add all the profits, okay. If loss is there from one business, then it can set off against the profit from another business. So suppose if from one business is getting a loss and from another business is getting a profit, so that loss can be set off with another business. Next, recovery of sum already allowed as deductions. See, if an expenditure or loss is allowed as deduction in the earlier assessment years, and if these amounts are recovered subsequently, then it is taxable as business income of the year in which it is recovered, okay. Here, while running the business, okay, in the previous years, okay, if suppose there are any losses or expenditures which are not recovered at that time, but later on they are recovering, those incomes are treated as a business incomes, okay. ఇక్కడ వినండి అమ్మ, ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాడంటే వాడు ప్రీవియస్ అసెస్మెంట్ ఇయర్స్లో ఏవైనా ఎక్స్పెండిచర్స్ కానీ లాసెస్ కానీ ఏవైనా ఉన్నాయి, అవునా, అక్కడ అవి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, అక్కడ డిడక్షన్ ఇచ్చిరు, అవి అక్కడ డిడక్షన్ అంటే ప్రీవియస్ అసెస్మెంట్ ఇయర్స్లో అవి డిడక్షన్ ఇచ్చారు, అవి తర్వాత రికవర్ అవుతున్నాయి. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్లో రికవర్ అయినాయి అనుకుందాం. ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్లో రికవర్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు అవి ఏమవుతాయి? బిజినెస్ ఇన్కమ్గా ట్రీట్ అవుతాయి. అర్థమైందా? ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ 2000 మనం అనుకుందాం 2017 ఆర్ 18 2017 ఇయర్ 17-18 అసెస్మెంట్ ఇయర్కి, ఓకేనా, అక్కడ డిడక్షన్స్ ఇచ్చినాం అనుకుందాం. ఏమైనా డిడక్షన్స్ అంటే ఎక్స్పెన్స్ కానీ అది లాస్ ఉంది, అది అక్కడ డిడక్షన్ ఇచ్చారు, అప్పుడు ట్యాక్స్ కట్టేటప్పుడు అది డిడక్షన్గా చూపించారు అక్కడ. అయితే అది ఇప్పుడు ఏమైంది, ఆ అమౌంట్స్ అనేవి ఇప్పుడు ఈ అసెస్మెంట్ ఇయర్లో రీకవర్ అవుతున్నాయి, అంటే ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్లో రీకవర్ అవుతున్నాయి. సో వాటిని ఎలాగ ట్రీట్ చేయాలంటే ఇప్పుడు బిజినెస్ ఇన్కమ్గా ట్రీట్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా. సో దానికి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏమి ఇచ్చింది ఇక్కడ, ఇది వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్, కంపల్సరీ సమ్లో ఉంటుంది పాయింట్. బ్యాడ్ డెబ్ట్స్ అలౌడ్ యాజ్ రిడక్షన్ అండ్ రికవర్డ్ సబ్సిక్వెంట్లీ, నథింగ్ బట్ డ్యూరింగ్ దోస్ ఇయర్స్, అంటే పాస్ట్ ఇయర్స్లో బ్యాడ్ డెబ్ట్స్ ఏవైతే రావు అనుకుని బ్యాడ్ డెబ్ట్స్ చూపించినామో అవి ఇప్పుడు రీకవర్ అయితే దాన్ని బిజినెస్ ఇన్కమ్గా ట్రీట్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా. నెక్స్ట్, నోషనల్ ప్రాఫిట్ ఆర్ నాట్ టు బి కన్సిడర్డ్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద నోషనల్ ప్రాఫిట్? వన్స్ యూ సీ, ఇఫ్ అన్ ఎస్ఎస్సి సెండ్స్ గూడ్స్ కాస్టింగ్ 10,000 to the branch with an invoice price of 12,000. Okay, actually here goods of which value is 10,000 but they have sent with invoice of 12,000, అంటే 2,000 extra ఇచ్చి పంపించారు కదా. If these goods are not yet sold, the excess amount of 2,000 is termed as notional profit, which is not taxable. So still those goods are not sold, the excess is how much? 2,000. They are called as that amount is called as a notional profit and which is not taxable. Next, speculation business. The profits of speculation business are clubbed with other business incomes and accordingly tax is levied. But if there is speculation loss, it can be set off against profits from speculation business only. So if suppose we have any speculation business incomes are there, so those incomes are clubbed with the other business incomes and the tax will be calculated. అంటే స్పెక్యులేషన్ బిజినెస్ నుంచి వచ్చే ఇన్కమ్ని ఇంకా వేరే బిజినెస్ ఇన్కమ్ని క్లబ్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ స్పెక్యులేషన్ బిజినెస్ నుంచి లాస్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, ఆ లాస్ని ఓన్లీ స్పెక్యులేషన్ బిజినెస్ ప్రాఫిట్ నుంచి మాత్రమే సెట్ ఆఫ్ అవుతుంది, వేరే ఏ దాంట్లోకైనా సెట్ ఆఫ్ కాదు. ఓకే. Next, profit on sale of assets on winding up of the business. If suppose they are closing the business, then how? If the business is wound up and the SSC derives profit by sale of the assets, then these profits are not included under this head. Profit on sale of stock is trade alone is taxable as business profit. Okay, if suppose SSC is closing the business and he has sold all the assets except stock, okay, in that case it is not treated as a business income. Okay, only stock, if suppose stock is there, profit on the sale of stock alone it is treated as a business profit. స్టాక్ ఒక్కటి మాత్రమే అమ్మేస్తే దాని మీద వచ్చిన ప్రాఫిట్ మాత్రమే బిజినెస్ ప్రాఫిట్ అమ్మ, మిగతా అన్ని అసెట్స్ అమ్మేస్తే అది బిజినెస్ ప్రాఫిట్ కిందకి రాదు. ఓకే, బిజినెస్ ఇన్కమ్ కిందకి రాదు. నెక్స్ట్, బెనిఫిషియల్ ఓనర్షిప్. It is not only a legal ownership but also the beneficial ownership which is to be considered. For example, Munna Lal is the owner of the business and by agreement or arrangement profits are enjoyed by Hari Gopal. Mr. Munna Lal is known as a binamidar who is not liable to pay tax but Hari Gopal is liable to pay tax. Okay, see here beneficial ownership means nothing but actually the business in the name of Munna Lal. Okay, but profits and everything is done by whom? Hari Gopal, nothing but he is actual owner. But as per the agreements, Munna Lal is the owner. But actual who is the owner here? The profits is enjoyed by whom? Mr. Hari Gopal. So he will be the owner. So here Hari Gopal will be liable to pay the tax. Munna Lal is called as a binamidar. Okay. Next, anticipated profit, that is expected profits in future are not to be considered. If suppose if suppose they have mentioned any future profits, those profits we should not consider here. Next, method of recording the transactions by the SSC is not important. Okay, for example, revenue income is not credited in the profit or loss account by the SSC, but assessing authority determines the income according to the provisions of Income Tax Act only. So here which method we are following, that is not important as per the taxation point of view. Here finally who is assessing, nothing but the tax person who is assessing, he will as per the provisions of the Income Tax Act, finally he will settle all those things. Okay, so how many points ma here? Totally 11 points. So what are these 11 points? You see, the following points are considered while computing the income under this head means business. Okay, profits and gains of business and profession. Under this head we are going to cover all these things, nothing but these are things which are covered under this. Okay, this is for today's topic. Next we are going to discuss with a very important topic, that is deductions, in the next class. Okay na?